Alright guys, so we're gonna get started. Let people come in, and before that, I just want to like kind of talk about why it started. It was kind of like so me and Anant, we met at Oasis. It's like this other CS club, and we were just chatting, and we're like, so Anant went to semester in SF last semester.
Yeah, semester in SF, and I don't know if any of you have done it, but it's like a lot of entrepreneurship courses. I really got into the hacker culture. There's like a lot of people building stuff. The amount of technology you see in just a short amount of time is crazy. You don't get exposure to that stuff in many places, which is what makes it special. So that was sort of
yeah,
where
and
we
then
kind of came up
we
with
just
it.
chatted. We're like, why is there no place on campus where you just like build projects? And we were also doing Build Space last season, and it's like an online thing where just a bunch of builders join in Discord and like build and find teammates. And we were like, that's something that's missing here. So we started last semester, just a couple friends chilling in the Idea Lab, building projects. Sebastian was learning Go. I was building my startup. Like we're just all doing different things. And so yeah, and then this semester we talked to more people, like other clubs, and decided to turn into like something more official, like membership and like actual. And the other thing that we realized was the importance of structure. So we had some people come in, but they don't know, like how to get started, or maybe they're just like this is their first time building stuff. So that's why this semester we have like workshops, like co-working sessions, these things to like help make it more structured, easier for you guys to participate. But yeah, that's kind of how it started, and we really enjoyed it last semester, so we're like pushing it this semester. Really glad you guys came out.
Yeah, good turnout.
Yeah, it's good turnout.
Good stuff,
Really
guys.
excited to for this semester. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Let's get right into it.
Yeah, I guess we can get into it. He gave a little teaser, but yep, this is a Rev info session.
And then I guess we can like introduce ourselves. So
yeah, so I'm Jay, one of your community directors. Oh, sorry, cohort directors. So I'll be running like co-working sessions, workshops, that sort of thing. So if you have any questions about that, you can ask me later.
Yeah, and I'm Anant. I'm also your other cohort director, helping run a lot of the sessions that we're going to be having.
What's up, guys? Sebastian. I'm going to be the actual community director this semester.
I'm Alan. I'm gonna be the partnerships director. So help you guys get funding, maybe from like VCs or like just partnership with other clubs.
Yeah.
Let's get started.
All right.
So what is Rev? You guys might be wondering. So we're sort of a community of hackers and builders. We're between a hackerspace and a tech accelerator, you could kind of think of it as. We're kind of bridging the gap between school and startups. What you see in SF, what's going on in like these new technologies like AI that's progressing. And if you know Build Space, we're operating pretty similar to that. So we're gonna help teams go from just an idea to a full-blown product in just 10 weeks. And don't worry if you're not selected in our cohort. You can obviously stay involved as a community member online and keep building. You can submit the forms if you want to, and you can always reach out to us if you have any questions. So the program is going to operate with a few key aspects. First being co-working sessions. Every Thursday from 6 to 8, we're going to be having a session, and then similarly Saturday 3 to 5 to work on your projects. And we'll be having one-on-one coffee chats with our cohort members to just see what problems they're having, how we can help facilitate any issues they're facing, if we can bring in any people. Every semester, we plan to focus on a different vertical. Given the advancements in AI, we chose that would be appropriate for this semester. But obviously, we'll be having different verticals in future semesters like VR, AR, and like Web3. Another key aspect is the community workshops. We'll be offering sort of the technical and non-technical workshops. So how to like build an AI chatbot is going to be our first workshop next week. But we'll obviously be having more non-technical stuff like how to pitch your startup to VCs, sort of that stuff. And at the end, we'll be having Rev Launch to feature our builders in the program. And this is sort of a product showcase just to demo what you guys have done in the 10 weeks. And we might be bringing in some special guests during that. And there are obviously going to be community member opportunities that Sebastian is going to get into later.
Yep. So kind of what Anant said, this is a timeline for all the things that this program offers. So we have kind of like two tracks for people who are more experienced with building and kind of want to just get right into like the depths of their project. We have the pro track where you go from ideation, try to get some users, and then potentially make some money, monetize. So week one is ideation. By week three, we want you to get the fuck off localhost. Basically, share your project so that you can, test your idea in real time with users. That's some of the times that we all like when we're building, we get in our heads and we never really share it. I think this is something for you guys to really push your, comfort zone. We have growth hacks, monetization, and then obviously by week 10, you'll be able to do rev launch. And for those who are more, new to building or trying to learn, we have the noob track. Basically, you're going to go through the same ideation process. You're going to learn about how to build product effectively, and you're going to want to be able to launch by week 10. So we have a kind of a modified calendar for people on the slower track to be able to, ideate, get feedback, really learn how to deploy and get off localhost. And you can learn how to product demo and pitch. And then also by week 10, you'll be able to share your idea at Rev Launch. A little bit about the workshops. Like Anant mentioned, we have the AI workshop next week. That's where we're going to teach you how to use GPT API and build a chat bot. And then Alan will lead that. He'll show you a really cool project he built with our very own Paul Graham. We have a growth hack workshop. Basically, how do you get your product in front of as many users? There's a real science behind it. And Anant at SF, he learned how to do that. So he'll be leading that workshop. There's this deployment, basically get off localhost workshop. This way you can deploy it to the internet and have people use your app in real time. And it's okay if it sucks at first. That happens to everybody. We just want you guys to at least have something out in the open so that you can get real time feedback. Other workshops like monetization, basically slap a Stripe integration on your product. And if people are going to pay for it, then you're onto something. So that's something we'll teach you along the way. And the pitching, obviously, you'll be able to communicate your idea effectively. A lot of the time, as builders, we'll get lost in the technical weeds of things. And when we're trying to explain our idea, it gets lost to the people who are not as technical. So one of the things we do want to focus on is your ability to communicate. And as always, get involved. We have ways for you guys to engage as well. In our co-working sessions, we want to have these things called lightning talks, where you get 2 minutes and you just share whatever you find cool while you're building your project. You could talk about some new like computer vision API that you've been using and you want to share to other people so that they also know what to use and what not to do. Basically, share your lessons along the way, because this honestly is a journey. So next, you might be wondering, what happens after these 10 weeks? You're going to build some crazy cool projects, but maybe you want to take it to the next level. We have a lot of connections to the Mosaic group. If you're not familiar, that's basically the entrepreneurship ecosystem here at Northeastern. And a big part of that is IDEA. IDEA has this whole kind of like an accelerator program where you go ready, set, go. Basically, you build your project, you find the market, you're able to pitch to investors, and they have that whole entrepreneurship resources over there. So what we recommend is after Rev, you definitely check out IDEA, follow their process, and you'll be in good hands. Another thing we want you guys to know about is Husky Startup Challenge. That's a really big thing, and one of the things that we're working on is a way for you guys to, build some sort of demo so that when you go to Husky Startup Challenge and you have this idea that you want to share to people, instead of just talking about the idea, you can just show them the idea. You can show them a real-time use of your application that you're going to build through Rev, and that's going to keep you in a really good position in terms of the competition for winning that check. Another thing you can do is check out Generate, Sandbox, Forge, a lot of these product-focused clubs at Northeastern that are not just Rev. You can apply as a client, or you can just check them out to learn how to build more. And then obviously, like Alan said, we have connections to student funds, like a dorm room fund. We have Rough Draft Ventures and a lot of these other like student VC firms that are interested in people like you, smart people who are building projects that has a lot of potential. So if you are looking to, connect with a lot of these people, if you stick through the 10 weeks, if you make it to Rev launch, you'll definitely meet those kinds of people and start those conversations. And as always, stay involved. Rev, this is cohort 1. You guys are like the pilot guinea pigs. We want you to be able to share the story, what you learned. So stay in the Slack. We'll have future events, future cohorts, and you're always welcome to join. So yeah, have fun building and make new friends. We're excited about all of this. So thank you guys for showing up.
So the next thing is, how can you guys join our in-person cohort? First thing we're gonna have you do is definitely fill out our application form. Super short, super easy. Just gonna ask you about if you have a team, if you're looking for a team, and what kinds of ideas you might be cooking up. So that's the first thing we're gonna do. But the main thing we're looking for, and you guys are not just people who are super cracked at this technology or that technology. We want people who are passionate about building, people who are going to be dedicated to shipping their products in 10 weeks. Because the main thing that we're trying to accomplish here with Rev is to bring you guys together. So we want to see that you're really buying into our community, and you can show that through collaborating with other people, showing up for our events, and just being really, really passionate about building cool stuff. That's the main thing that we're looking for. So if you can't become a part of our in-person community, we still want to run an online community in the exact same way. So we want to provide a space for you guys to come together, share ideas, keep each other accountable to make sure you're building properly, set up chats and connections with you guys in the Northeastern startup and builders community. And we'd also love for you guys to show up to our workshops that we're having throughout the semester. We think these are going to be really helpful for you guys as you build out your first, your second, or your 100th product.
So we briefly introduced ourselves, but again, if you don't know us, we are your community directors. I'm Jay, your cohort director.
Yeah, I'm not your other cohort director.
Sebastian, community director.
Alan, I'm your partnerships director.
And if you guys have any questions, we have some time. And obviously we can just talk. We're gonna end this Rev session with a real quick Slack. Join our links. We have the Instagram. Make sure to join the Slack. You can also look at our public calendar for all the events that are happening. Typically Saturdays are when we host those workshops. So around like 2, 3-ish, that if you can keep your calendar empty for those times, you can definitely pull up. And then Thursdays we have co-working sessions. Thursdays and Saturdays. So that's pretty much Rev. You guys have any questions?
Yeah. No.
So I guess I could go talk about that. So yeah, no, you don't need experience. We have a mentioned resource hub. I'll help get you started with some of the technologies you can use. We're still building that up, so I welcome any more experienced builders to help that. But if you come to our co-working sessions, it definitely help get you started. Like first off with the idea on what maybe you want to build, and then give recommendations on what technology you can use, or maybe trying to join another team with more experienced builders so you can learn on the way. But most importantly, we don't require an experience. We only just want people who are dedicated to learning and trying to build cool stuff. That's kind of like the main purpose. We don't want to. We want people to do real work and to show that they've learned, they've had progress in 10 weeks instead of just come up with some pitch decks and say, oh, this is my idea. I actually didn't do anything. So yeah, that's our main goal. Just getting the vibe together, people working. Yeah, no experience required.
Yep. So since we're the 4 people running this, we were thinking around 10 teams. So like 10 ideas where we can actually give you guys the support you need. Those applications you're gonna fill out, you're gonna be able to tell us your team members, your idea. You can tell us a little bit about yourself, and then over the course of the next couple of weeks, we're gonna make those decisions. Primary criteria is we want you to be excited about your idea and committed to your idea. So obviously you don't have to have a fully fledged out idea, but if you have something in the works and you're committed to work on it, you're in a good running, and then we'll keep you guys updated on exactly how many teams we can support, but as an estimate, around 10.
Yeah. So how does that work for people who are just coming here by themselves looking to join a team and don't necessarily have a specific idea that they're like eager to launch, like they're just coming in with.
Yeah, so next Thursday we have Rev kickoff. That's from 6 to 8 p.m. Just people coming into ID Lab and networking, or not, but just meeting other people. Talk about like what ideas we have, and then through that you could maybe find someone who an idea that you're passionate about, want to build together. And we also have we'll send out a form during kickoff. It's like for probably students actually, where it gives you information. Just submit like your skills and what you're good at, what you want help with, maybe your interests, and then you can just check out the table, DM other people. So yeah, like the online part would be also a big aspect just because of like physical constraint. We can't host everyone, and we can't help everyone like in person. So yeah, like a lot of communication should be online, just collaborate.
Yeah, building on top of that, like if you guys are looking for teams or anything, go through our forums. But like if you can get into anything else, like please take advantage of our Slack. It's free, guys, to use and connect with each other. So if you're like, oh, I'm working on this random project, I need someone who's working on this, like do whatever you want on Slack. Go crazy.
Yeah. What I would recommend is if you have an idea right now, honestly, just throw it in the general Slack. Just create a thread. And if you guys are interested and you're looking for a team, just go through the Slack and see all the people who posted their cool ideas. Reply in the thread saying, hey, I really find this cool. And then you guys can probably link up on Slack. And then by the time you apply, which the deadline for applications is September 28th. So right after our co-working session. If you can apply by then you'll be in good standing. So yeah, take advantage of Slack and then also come to Rev Kickoff.
Yeah, just to add one thing. So for the cohort teams, we do allow solo founders, but we obviously encourage teams because it makes life a lot easier. There's less like burden on you to do everything from the business to the whole technical side. So it's just a recommendation. If you can find other members, it's always obviously better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how big are you looking for teams to be? I know there might not be an exact number, but
Like 1 to like 4.
Yes,
I'd say.
you can honestly, I mean, if your project needs it, you just get as many members as you need. Wouldn't see anything like as big as like 10 people per team, like that would be too much. But around like, I would say like 5 would be like max. But yeah, you're pretty free to figure out who you want to work with. So. Cool.
Online for the people tuning in online questions.
Yep, just drop it in the chat. Alan's on that.
change back to the slide.
Right.
Yeah.
If not,
Yeah.
yeah, we're just gonna have a little community time. Talk to the people around you, from groups. Introduce yourself and maybe talk about what you build or what you're interested in. We also have food, and yeah, we have stickers here. We have food. So you guys are feel free to stay, and yeah. So that's about it. That's our info session. Any last minute questions, comments? Cool. All right.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.